Well, it's time for another Park Theater update here on WHTC Morning News, and there is a fascinating performance coming to the Park Theater in Holland Friday, September 4th, right around the corner. And if you think you know what a violin concert sounds like, you might want to think again. It's called Dixons Violin, and it features acclaimed violinist Dixon, who takes the electric violin and turns that into something a whole lot bigger. And you know what? I have Dixon on the phone this morning to talk all about it. Dixon, welcome to Holland, Michigan. Good morning.
Yay, thank you so much. Happy to be here.
Well, we're excited to hear about this. Dixons Violin, and for somebody hearing the name Dixons Violin for the first time, how would you describe this experience?
I love doing it. I described it as visionary violin. It's definitely different. So I kind of learned the violin from an early age. I started at the age of 10 playing classical music as a hobby for years and years and years. And then much later, I had a life change, and I decided to start to experiment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started to improvise. I started to do live looping, and I started to use effects. I'm using a whole portfolio and ingredient list of sounds that I can now produce on an electric violin, and it'll sound like there's 12 of me at the same time, and I love doing it.
Wow. Dixon, the phrase that really caught my attention is the electric violin reimagined. As you say, this is not simply just standing on stage playing violin. Talk about, what you actually do during the performance. You talked about loops. How does that all work?
Yeah, so I borrowed the idea from guitar players who have been doing this since the 60s.
Sure.
Actually. It's a technique called live looping. And what you'll see on stage in the past is a guitar player, and they use their feet. They'll have these toys, these gizmos on the floor in front of them to change the tone of their guitar or to do a quick recording of something. And then with another click of their foot, they can play it back in a loop over and over, and then they can add layers on top of that. And I got the idea. I'm like, I wonder if I could do that with an electric violin. And sure enough, you can.
Of course you can.
So, yeah.
It sounds like...
It's very fun. It lets me play a bass line, harmony, melody. So, again, it'll sound like 12 of me, even though it's just me.
Dixon, you can kind of describe it over the radio, but it seems like something you really need to see and hear in person to really kind of get the whole concept.
Absolutely. And I've also kind of found my own style. So while I used to play classical music, the style that I play now is all my own. Like, to my knowledge, I'm the only one in the world doing what I'm doing. And, you're definitely going to hear things in a violin you've never heard before.
That's excellent. Dixon, I want to learn a little bit more about your background. You say you come from more of a classical, traditional symphony background, and tell us a little bit more about your musical journey.
Yeah, I was a very serious student to the violin. So I practiced an hour every day, and I kind of worked my way up through the elementary school, middle school, high school, college orchestras. And even as far as I was in the Midland Symphony for a couple of years, way back in the day. But all that time, I actually never intended to be a musician for a living because I was also very serious about technology. I'm a geek, and I got a couple of degrees in computer science, and I had a very serious technology career. That was kind of my bread and butter for, almost 20 years.
Wow.
But then I went to a festival that changed my life and kind of cracked my heart open. And I realized that really where my heart was in sharing music with people. So I quit the corporate world and took the leap. And I just dove in to be touring full time. And it was 16 years ago. And now I'm approaching having done 2,000 concerts now from here to South Africa.
That's got to amaze you when you kind of look back and think about it. And Dixon, you mentioned festivals, and I know you've appeared at events like Burning Man and Electric Forest right here in Michigan. Now, what kind of audiences tend to connect with your performance?
I'm very blessed. It's actually a wide variety. I've been surprised. There's some festivals that I'm playing at that are a very young audience, some electronic music festivals like Electric Forest. There's other festivals I play at, like Bliss Fest, which tends to be an older audience, more family-friendly. People love it. Like the violin is very versatile. There's not a lot of people that don't like the violin.
Right.
It's really fun for me. So all ages, all walks of life, everybody's welcome, and I really love sharing my heart with everyone.
Dixon, side note for you there. I lived in Nashville, Tennessee almost 25 years, and you know what they call a violin down there, right?
Probably a fiddle.
Fiddle, of course. Dixon for 100 points. Yeah. Dixon's Violin again. We're talking with Dixon. He's got a big performance coming up to the Park Theater here on Friday, September 4th. And Dixon, have you been in the Park Theater before? Do you know what kind of a theater and what kind of a venue you've got coming up?
Oh, it's lovely. I think this is my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This might be my sixth time playing at the Park Theater.
Excellent.
And it's lovely. It's a gem. Like, I'm blessed to do a lot of shows. I try to go as far and wide as I possibly can. And if I could play in every city, I would. And the trick is finding the right venue. And I got to say, the Park Theater not only is just a gem of a theater, but also the folks there have been super supportive. So I'm very grateful for their support. And I'm really looking forward to coming back there.
Yes, something, Dixon, of course, and you know now, really, really special that is, about experiencing the Park Theater and a unique artist like you, intimate venue versus a large arena. Does that make your show any different?
It does. It's a gift for me. So I'm very blessed. I play some small shows, some Electric Forest you mentioned. They'll be in front of thousands of people. But the challenge with a bigger space is it's really more difficult for me to connect and feel connected with the audience. And the Park Theater is lovely because it's big enough. Like you can fit a good number of people in there, but I really feel connected. And when it's an intimate space like that, the energy is it's wonderful. So, yeah, it's a gift for me.
Can't wait to see you, Dixon. And now I'll give the details again here of the Park Theater and tickets. But how about the details on Dixon's Violin? Where do we go on the web or maybe the socials?
Yeah, all the above. So my website is dixonsviolin.com, and I'm on all the social media. You name it, I'll be on there. And, look forward to connecting with everyone. Dixon's
Violin live at the Park Theater again, Friday, September 4th. The doors open at 6. Concert begins around 7. And go to parktheaterholland.org. That's the website for all your information for tickets. And that's another Park Theater update again with Dixon of Dixon's Violin. Dixon, as we close out these segments, and I'll say it right now, we'll see you at the park.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Dan.